What's up, Pisces gang, Pisces Sun, Moon Rising, and Venus signs? Welcome to your October monthly tarot reading. This is going to be a general reading for Pisces. Please come into it with an open heart and an open mind. A desire to learn something, maybe better yourself. If the messages that come through don't resonate for you, feel free to push them aside. They may resonate for you at a later date, so you may want to revisit them. You are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. This is, of course, optional advice and guidance. That being said, let's try and get you some helpful, insightful messages for the month of October. We're going to do a spread on love and romance, and then we will do one on money, career, and finances. Let's do it for Pisces. For my Pisces people. Ooh, love it. All right, Two of Cups coming in. All right, so an offer comes in that maybe you had to consider. Maybe you were initially sort of hesitant to go out with this person or give them the time of day. With the Page of Swords, it could have been like even going on like a second date or a third date. It could be that there was just kind of like okay chemistry, but then I'm reading this as past, present, future. So in the future, you have the Ace of Cups, so it actually ends up being something that is quite in depth in terms of like the emotional connection and like a loving connection. You have two aces, which is really beautiful. It's possible this could be between you and an earth sign, but it certainly doesn't have to be, right? It could be any sign. It's funny, what you need to release or let go of or move away from, something that is no longer of use to you. You have the Moon card. For me, I don't know why, the first thing I got from this was suspicion. Like, there's something about this person. And the thing is, you are being critical, you are being discerning, which I actually really like for you, Pisces. I think that's necessary sometimes. And the Page of Swords, like, it's a younger energy, right? So it's probably in the early stages, especially with two aces and a page. This probably isn't a relationship I'm looking at that's been more than, I would say more than like 6 months. So, you know, it may or may not be your story. We'll see what else comes through. But yeah, it's like being discerning, maybe looking back on past narratives and understanding. I think I said this to you last time, like areas where you've really grown and changed as a person. And with that, you may have new standards or sort of a new mindset in how you're approaching dating. And I like that. You're not just saying yes to everything, or the opposite. You're not just saying no to everybody. I think with this, there's a hesitation at first and maybe sort of not wanting to consider this person as an option. But I don't know, it looks like it could be really nice. I mean, what you need to embrace is the Two of Cups, which is like new love, connections, relationships, romantic ones, right? A lot of cards that are like very, very early stages of dating. So if you're completely single and looking, hey, this looks very hopeful for you. Before I go into like those who are already in a relationship or something of the sort, I just want to kind of go back to the Moon card, because this is really the only placement that doesn't have sort of an easy message. The rest seems very easy and flowing and nice, so enjoy it, right? That's a kick-ass message, Pisces. For what you need to release with the Moon card, this is your card, Pisces. So it's possible that that may represent another Pisces in your past that maybe you're still holding on to. Or, you know, maybe there's different options here. Maybe you have multiple people reaching out to you or vice versa. It might be saying, not so much with the other Pisces. And I mean, that's specifically just in this one tarot spread, right? I'm not saying that in terms of your dating life forever, but you'll know if that's your message. If you dated a Pisces that was not good for you, if it was a toxic relationship or something like that, then, you know, it might be saying that. I also think it's really important to note too, the idea of, I want to phrase this carefully, self-undoing, which is kind of a packed term, so let's try and unpack that as best we can, but that is sort of a, a word or association with the sign of Pisces, where you can be your own worst enemy because you have such this kind of big heart of an ocean, or a big ocean of a heart, right? You have so much love to give and this all-encompassing, you know, Jupiter energy. It just wants to spread and grow, and it has that like spiritual nature of let's be all-inclusive and make sure everybody's here and loved and fed. But with that, there can be a lot of like self-sacrifice where you don't take care of yourself, where you maybe don't have healthy boundaries, where you're overgiving, in which case sometimes you can like become the victim in a relationship, right? So with that, there might be this idea of what you need to let go of is like past versions of yourself that you know no longer serve you. I don't see that coming in to be an issue. If anything, I think it's here to remind you like Pisces, look how far you've come. Like, awesome. It's like you're being applauded or congratulated from the universe. And it's saying, you know, be thankful of the lessons you got from those past experiences, even though they weren't fun to go through. But with that, it's like there's more light being shed on this now. So you're seeing romantic relationships with more clarity. Love this for you. All right, let's get into a little bit more. What can we know about this Two of Cups? I just heard best friend. It's like they're your best friend. It's a very easy relationship. Two of Pentacles. All right, let's see. So yeah, I mean, it's possible that you maybe have two different options, or you're trying to juggle your dating life and your work life, or, you know, being a parent versus, you know, being someone who's out in the dating world. I think, to be honest, it's saying lean into the dating aspects, because I don't know if it's Libra season or possibly Scorpio season. That makes more sense to me, just being that watery energy. There's connections to be had, so why not put yourself out there and make the time to do that, especially if that means having to delegate some responsibilities, or, you know, take a night off from whatever, you know, studying or working or whatever it is, to free yourself up to enjoy these like connections that you're having. What can we know about this person? This person that may or may not be in Pisces life. Some of you, ooh, Wheel of Fortune, I like that. I'm going to finish my thought here. Some of you too may also have an earth sign that's coming back, and you may choose to go with a water sign instead. Possible. That's another scenario too, because I sort of read this as past, present, future. This person does look very guarded. I will say that. With the Page of Swords, again, there's a lot of like mental activity of trying to, you know, get a pulse on someone and figure out what they're thinking. And it can be a little bit strategic, but it's a page though. So it's not a King of Swords where it's like, you need to be worried about some sort of malicious energy that's going to one-up you. It's not that. It's just sort of that I'm still figuring it out. It's very much like student energy. So in the context of dating, it's like you're still getting to know the course material, right? You know, you're getting to know this person, and, you know, maybe they said a few things. You're like, I don't know if I like that. But I would lessen, and I don't really feel like I need to say this to you, but I would try and lessen your harsh judgments of this person, which is not really something I associate with Pisces, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. There's, again, that like jovial Jupiter energy of like, yes, come into my world, let's have fun, let's travel, let's go on a trip. This could be a romance that initially it feels like you're spending a lot of money. And I said this to another sign too. Always good to remember, especially times right now are tough. Like, it doesn't seem like anybody has the money and the time to do what they want. So make sure that this romantic connection doesn't always involve money, right? You can just simply hang out together. You don't have to, you know, buy an expensive dinner and go to the movies and go to concerts or whatever it is people do these days, right? But yeah, with that, there might be a factor of, I want to see them, but like I can't afford to pay for dinner this time. It's like, that doesn't matter. You'll know it's the right connection when both people are like, yeah, no problem. Like, we'll do something else, or, we'll make grilled cheese sandwiches for dinner. We'll have cereal, whatever. That's stupid examples, but I think you get what I'm saying. Then you have the King of Wands here. Interesting. So, I mean, you have all the elements, don't you? Other than air. I don't see a ton of air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Not to say that couldn't be your person, but I don't see that strongly featured here. Definitely water. Earth, I don't know where you stand on. Again, there could be a new earth sign that comes in that could be completely pleasant and delightful. Taurus, Capricorn, I'm sort of getting. Virgo is also an earth sign too, but I'm sort of getting Taurus and Capricorn. King of Wands typically denotes fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, but I don't want to confuse you because we've just named like 9 zodiac signs, right? So if this talks about your person, let's talk about the qualities of the King of Wands, right? It's fixed fire. So with Leo energy, and again, in symbolism, it doesn't have to be a Leo. It's very much like head of the household. It's like kind of this royalty energy. It's a creative spirit, someone who has this vivacious, spark of life and vitality. Kind of a good teacher mentor role. The idea of, Leo being the sun king, they're ruled by the sun. So all the planets, sort of revolve around the sun, so to say. And so with that, there's this idea of typically they attract a lot of attention, a lot of suitors, but the thing is they're choosing you. So I wouldn't worry about the riffraff. If anything, I think the extra people are on your part. And if that's not the case, there could be a fire sign who is in the process of getting out of some sort of situation, in which case it's going to free them up to come to you. And I say that because the cards are so positive. If I had like 7 of Swords, 5 of Cups, all that kind of stuff, I'd be like, I don't know about this. But something about this is going to free up in the near future. I like that very much. So fire energy, it's enthusiastic, it's fun, it wants to talk about the happy things, the good times. Again, it's like a good teacher mentor. Oops, sorry, my phone thing has gone off. It's like a good teacher mentor energy. So it's possibly someone who works in some sort of capacity where they are teaching or working with students or working with children. Leo in itself, the sun can be a very childlike, playful energy. So doesn't that sound great? Like those are qualities that are the fun things in life. But with that, it knows how to take authority, really great leadership skills, likes to move, likes to travel, likes to be busy, likes to experience different things. There can be an aspect of Leo that's very performative and dramatic, and that doesn't have to be a bad thing. I don't mean that in terms of like they cause chaos and drama in your life, but yeah, there's something they can be a wild card sometimes. They like to mix it up and oh my gosh, generosity is such a big word with Leo too. If you have a high vibing Leo, male, female, whatever, the idea of sharing, which again kind of relates back to that teaching mentor thing. If it's not so much teaching, it can be the idea of sharing something with you to kind of incite your own, what lights your fire. Leo knows what lights theirs and they want to stoke it and they want to share it, right? But by doing that, they're essentially sort of setting the stage for other people in their life to find out what their passion is and, serving as that person who kind of shows them the way a little bit. I like that. I like that very much. What else do we need to throw on this? Let's talk about people who are already in a relationship. Let's see. There could be arguments about money and finances and what you guys are putting money towards in the coming month. And I feel like it gets blown out of proportion. It may have to do with that full moon in Aries, which happens, I think, September 29th. Yeah, like unusual circumstances regarding money, weird fights and romantic fights, and like petty sort of things, unexpected turbulence in a relationship. Again, I think it's minor based on the cards I'm seeing. I think it may lead to someone bursting out in tears and like breaking down, but I think it's kind of one of those things where immediately when someone starts to cry or lets the other person know that they're feeling hurt, the other person immediately rushes in like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, like I didn't mean it. This could even be like a first fight for those who are new to this romantic connection. But I know we're talking about those who are in a long-term connection. Yeah, like petty fights that may lead to a little bit of argument and unsettled feelings. Again, I'm going to say what I said before, letting go of the idea of judgment and fear of the unknown, especially with this dynamic coming up here and the Wheel of Fortune, is like embrace the unknown. If it feels right, trust your intuition and do it, because I think you have a good safety net in this person. There could even be a discussion or an argument, a dispute about travel plans. And the thing is, I think once you're there and you do it, you're going to have a great time, but maybe planning the details of it is a little bit dodgy, or I don't know what the right word is, but you guys are not agreeing on like the itinerary or the price of the tickets or something like that, if that makes sense. It'll work itself out. This just feels like it flows really nicely, Pisces. I really like this for you. Some of you may be celebrating anniversaries, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year anniversaries. And there may be sort of an indecision on what to do. Look at you guys, King and Queen of Wands. I can't. This is adorable, Pisces. Do something active, do something fun, go hiking, buy a new bicycle, do something active, go swimming, buy some sort of water equipment, or put in a pool, or actually that would be great for Pisces. Put in a pool, get a jacuzzi. Also, I can't help but note that, the fire signs are definitely representing more like sexual energy, right? So go big and go home, or go home rather, right? It could be a fantastic night of passion and chemistry. Some of you may be looking to get that back into a relationship if it has sort of tapered off and you're, past the honeymoon stage. This looks amazing. This looks fantastic. Love it. Let's talk about career, money, and finances. King and Queen of Wands. I will say, just be careful though with King and Queen of Wands. If there is third party stuff, don't ruin it by even kind of considering that, because something else new is trying to come in for you. So it's not worth the temptation of infidelity, right? Whether it's on your part or you're the third party or whatever it is. And I only say that because of the Juggler, the Two of Cups, and the couple. For 90% of you, I think that's representing you guys as a couple. But on the off chance that you have a fire sign that's kind of, booty calling you even though they're committed elsewhere, don't fall into that trap. You're better than that. That's like that letting go of the moon. Old habits, let them die hard, right? Die Hard with a Vengeance. Remember that Bruce Willis movie? I know you guys remember Die Hard, right? And Bruce Willis is a Pisces. God bless him. It's all coming together. All right, people who are new to my channel are like, this girl is crazy. What is she talking about? All right, let's reset our energy. Let's refocus. We're going to talk about career, money, and finances for Pisces. Anything that wants to come through regarding their job, their, internship, whatever they find themselves doing to make money, their side hustle. They want to know about it. What can we share with them? Ace of Coins. Oh, sneaky. 2 more cards. All right, again, a lot of people coming through here. Okay, so the 9 of Coins, love that. Establishing stronger connections in the workplace this month. Friendships blossoming out of workplace scenarios. Loyalty is a big word with the 9 of Pentacles. I see someone backing your business or backing you financially. If you're applying for a loan, I feel like you're going to get it. Or if you're applying for a grant or what do you call it? All I can hear is scholarship, but that's not the word I'm looking for. Sabbatical. Some of you may be applying for something like that. I think it's going to work out for you. There is a very strong independence with the 9 of Coins woman. It's a strong card for money too. It's Venus and Virgo. So Venus is a planet associated with money. Virgo is a worker card. So as long as you're willing to put in the time and effort and do the work, this looks fabulous. You have 3 coin cards coming out instantly. And not only that, they're growing. If it's past, present, future, it goes from 1 to 2 to 9, right? And I'm not saying, you're going to win the mega bucks overnight, but I see more money being allocated to you. So I do actually see an increase in money this month, which I don't always get. For those who are new to my channel, I don't just say that, willy-nilly, but I see money growing steadily for you. And some of you, maybe you're just working on your savings. Maybe you're looking to venture off in a more independent way. And, this is a future card. So, when in the future, that's debatable. It kind of depends on what question you're asking. But if you're a person who's currently kind of in a workplace scenario, a team dynamic or whatever, and you have this dream and this wish to, go entrepreneurial and do your own thing, I absolutely see that as a possibility for you. In terms of what's getting in your way, interesting, you have the Page of Swords, which was coming up in your energy in the romantic spread. So I'm going to say the same things to you. It can be, I'm hearing nagging or curious. I don't think curious is a bad thing. I think this might be coming up in terms of how you view yourself and your experience level. Don't dumb yourself down. When you're applying for a job, if you don't meet all the qualifications, apply anyway. It's almost like you see yourself in student energy when really it's you're the Queen of Swords. You have a lot more experience than you think. Or what you lack in experience, you make up for in Knight of Wands, motivation to move forward and really pounce on opportunities and make this role your own. So yeah, don't minimize yourself. I don't know if it's dumb yourself down. I don't think that's really it, but it's sort of this shyness to apply to something or shyness to speak up. That could be with the Page of Swords. Again, more naive, young student energy. It can be sort of childlike, kind of experiencing things for the first time and trying to understand them. This is sort of the water's fine, jump in, or whatever that expression is. Jump in, the water's fine. You're not going to learn by dipping your toe in gently. This is something that's Knight of Wands. Be brave, be courageous, jump in with enthusiasm and energy. And it's okay if you end up looking silly or making mistakes, because there's something very charismatic coming through with the Venus energy. You have Venus and Virgo here. You have the Queen of Swords, also represented by planet Venus. And we are in Libra season, right, when I'm recording this. Oh my gosh, my phone keeps going off. Sorry about that, guys. So Venus is such a fun, charismatic energy. It wants to link, it wants to connect, it wants relationships, it wants to be liked, right? And the thing is, I feel like Venus energy is surrounding this reading anyway, so it's like you already are well liked. And quite frankly, it's not really your business what other people think of you. It shouldn't be your concern. It doesn't matter. If your heart's in it, like maybe that's what this is. It's like go rogue, do it for yourself. Don't do it for the applause or the approval of other people. I really like this. This feels very empowered. Knight of Wands, in terms of what you need to lean into, take advantage of, opportunities available to you. Knight of Wands may be saying you kind of got to light a fire under your butt. We have a lot of earth energy, which is great. I love this, but it's very slow moving. So if you have big dreams and wishes and visions, especially with, sword energy, like seeing it and wanting to bring it into manifestation, you got to get going. You got to get going on it, right? Light a fire under your butt. Let's see, what else? So Libra, Sagittarius energy is coming through. Being playful, and I don't know if I want to say flirty because this is like a career spread, but more or less being warm and open to making connections. We have Jupiter and Venus energy, and those are sort of the two most warm, soft, beneficial, what we call like benefic planets. They're enjoyable planets that tend to help and support us in our kind of spiritual journey through life, versus other planets that can be a little bit more challenging, like, Saturn or Pluto. You have the two energies that are really like, yes, you are loved and supported by the universe, so take advantage of this, double down on it. Sagittarius isn't afraid to take risks. They're thought of as like a very lucky sign, and it's not necessarily that they are, but it's because they take a lot of risks and try a lot of different things. So it's like you're bound to catch a few wins, right? What is that expression? It's on the tip of my tongue, but anyway, moving on. I like this energy, but yeah, be brave. It's definitely going to get you out of your comfort zone. Some of you are going to expand your network, expand your territory. Some of you may have to travel for work. And some of you, it's not that you have to travel, it's that you should, and there's an idea of becoming comfortable with it. So as we were saying earlier, the idea of sort of planning a trip and the itinerary, don't let that stress you out. I think some of you are like, oh my God, I've never been to the city before, like I don't know where to stay, I don't know where the safe places are. Ask. You have people here that can help you. You have two people coming up in terms of what's available to you. So especially your Libra or fire sign friends, I'll say. And what's interesting is the Queen of Swords here has a peacock. Like, I can't help but think of kind of, again, that Leo energy of like peacocking, putting on the show, putting on the performance. So for some of you who work in arts or media or something that puts you in a position where you're in the limelight or in the spotlight, lean into that, own it. It's like, I think you have a lot more magnetism and charm, and I don't know what else you want to say, but you have a lot more of those qualities right now than I think you realize. So again, don't sell yourself short. If anything, I'm going to say it, and I don't say this a lot, with Sagittarius, you may want to oversell yourself a little bit. The Queen of Swords can be very, very persuasive and very convincing, and if that's the help available to you, that's what you're being told to do, Pisces. All right. This is an awesome spread. I just want to stay in your lovely energy. Let me know if this resonates in the comments, guys. We'll do an oracle card and wrap it up. Something that I need to share with Pisces that I may have overlooked or forgotten, or something we need to reiterate. For Pisces, one card, please. We'll do that one. New Beginnings. Pretty. I love this deck. It's just so... I love the images. They're simple, but they're really pretty. Sacred Destiny Oracle. New Beginnings. I'm going to read from the book for you. I think. The Radiant Sunrise. Okay. The sacred landscape wants you to know your life is expanding in profound and wondrous ways. New experiences and ideas are emerging. Vitality and wide open opportunities are at hand. Seize the day. This is a perfect time to begin that new project or give birth to that emerging idea. Timing is everything, and the time is now. Anything and everything is possible. Good fortune awaits you. The rising sun is the ultimate symbol of the Yang principle, expanding power and activity. You are radiant and luminous. There is a glow within you that can be felt by all. Pisces, get out of town. This is so cute. I shouldn't say cute. This is awesome. You're a badass this month, Pisces. Own it. And one more, since I'm doing this in Libra season, I figured the Rose Oracle. It's pretty and girly and Venus-y. The Rose Thread, Inner Call, Soul-Led, The Mystic, and Living Courageously. Finish up with this one. Let's see, the rose Venus, the rose thread. There we go. Okay, this card is a sign that you've been called to follow the initiator path led by the deep thread within. You may find that you're in a place of great change and are being called to have faith and gather up the courage to take the next steps. This card is a sign of encouragement to keep taking the next step. It's acknowledging the courage it takes to live a soul-led life and honoring you for always let me try that again. And acknowledging the courage it takes to live a soul-led life and honoring you for always taking the leap. That seems weird to me, but hopefully that makes sense to someone. Rose, calling for your inner soul. Even when things feel unclear, especially when they do, I trust that I am always led from within. Sorry, I kind of botched that message. All right, Pisces, please remember to like, share, subscribe. Have a beautiful month of October, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye, guys.